Hello, Queen. So we're here. We're going to be talking about guys aren't attracted to you, and here's a few things that I have noticed. So stay tuned. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sindy V King. I'm a creator of Calling My King. I help transform women to create lasting love through Vedic astrology, neuroscience, and transactional analysis so that she becomes the queen of love. I'm here specifically to talk about why aren't a guy attracted to you. There's a few factors in this equation that I really want to break down. One of them is called the nurture and nature component. If you never heard of this has to do with conditioning in their home life as a child. If you want to call it in astrology wise, this is considered to be, as far as I'm willing to go, it's called past life. This is the condition that you were built in your home. And that sometimes could be ancestor or culture as well. That is factor in. So they're conditioned to guarantee this is what is working for them. And sometimes the distance is important to them. And that means that they were distant by their parents, and that is the form of love. And I know, as sad as that might sound like, but if you have a story about yourself and want to share that, please leave it a comment down below, because that's your normal, and I don't want you to feel like alienated in a way, or you feel outcasted in that way. This is a condition. So the more that you as a woman is chasing a person that it was distant in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, this is important to them. So if the more that you chase them, they feel unloved. As strange as that sounds like, I know it sounds like a reverse psychology, but I'm not trying to say that. It's because they had an absent parent. Either, especially it has to do with a mother figure. It doesn't have to, sometimes if they don't have a mother, then there's a female figure does get involved at the end. They want something that is familiar to them, and that is familiar to them. I know it can be very hurtful, and I want to know if you've been in a relationship where your partner was abandoned and as a parent, has an abandoned parent, and you were in a romantic relationship and you have noticed this, and how did you overcome it? If you could, and if you didn't, let me know what actually happened. Here's the thing, the big thing is about giving them space and allowing them ruminating their feelings. It's really important for them that they have that space, and sometimes it has to do with their own identity as well. That means that they need to figure out who they are by themselves instead of being in a relationship. And I think in the relationship, we want to balance between our own time and our relationship time. And so while you're giving them that space and allowing them not to chase any of that, don't chase them down, because that's not the space that you need to be allowing to do that. This is not a space, this is not a time where you do that. Like, oh, are you okay? Start having this, what I call it, consider to be the helicopter mom syndrome. You want to give them an 8-week notice, and you have to figure out by the time you detox, and it's very painful. I'm not saying it's easy. I do have a membership group on YouTube here, so you can join the Super Queen membership and we can have that discussion. And I also do one-on-one consultation as well, but it's going to be part of the YouTube membership. So it's kind of first come, first dib. So if my calendar open up, I tell my membership group first, and then if it's open to the public whatsoever. There's so many possibility. When you join as a membership, you're supporting other women, so it's kind of giving good positive vibe towards other women, and also you're getting support with other women as well, and understanding what they might be going through, and practice some of these transactional analysis. You know, I try to make my membership as reasonable, anything like below $1 a day, and anything as high as max is $3 a day. So if this is something that is working, I want to invite you to this, because I think we should be supporting each other in any way. And a lot of my profits, if I do make any out of this, I'm hoping that there is profit that I can actually put it towards a donation, a foundation that is working towards women and supporting women either in a third world country or even in here as in America as well. There's so many work that needs to be done in the area of trauma, understanding, and conditioning as well. I really want to make that movement. I want to change that, how we kind of move that. And I'm not all supportive, like, talking down on men as well. This is not the channel for that. I really want to support what happens next. That being said, once you detox after the 8 weeks, you're going to pull out your bucket list and find out what is really. You want to find out what you want to thrive in. And this is where a good opportunity to explore a little bit more about yourself. I understand that sometimes it's easy to fall into the obsession and also the detective mode. That is so easily could be done. And that could be done through a card reading or an astrologer or like a detective or whatever you decide to hire, whoever you decide. It's easy to budget that money into that. But I'd rather budget that money and find out like why is this actually happening. And I do love astrology for that. It tells a lot about what you're going through as a painful, and there's a reason why you attract that type of partner. I want to specifically say that. I think there's a reason why, and we want to make sure that you close up that door before you move on to the next relationship, because you want to pick up these patterns and break these habits if you can. I totally believe that there is free will, but you are conditioned to a certain timeline in your life. And like I always mention, like it depends where you are part of your life and how much income you are being exposed or not being exposed and who are your surrounding. And I believe in having a big supportive group woman. I think it's going to be so beneficial that we share information like this. And also if you are sharing your story down below, I think you're not alone as well. And there's so many women want to step up and step forward as well so that you don't feel isolated in a situation like this. So that being said, it's so important to keep your body healthy, your mind clear, so you're not taking things that is harming you and as well your body, because there's so much you can do with your youth and beauty and this time in this world, especially where we are and what has happened in the past, especially what happens to our countries. So I really want to make sure that you're on your A game. So when we're out in the world and being released, I think it's a really great place where you feel like this is a whole turnaround and you're so grateful for having to be exposed to a great supportive woman. That being said, the reason why he might be not attracted to you, because that is the biggest one that I have noticed, that he's conditioned in that component until he resolved that issue or close that chapter about his life. I think there is a positive change, but maybe it's not within your timeline that you need it to where it to go. So if that door you decided, you as a human being have to make that decision to close that door. If you close that door, right, you know that acknowledging that is giving you a dopamine there that is surrendering it, right? So I think a chemical in our body plays a huge role how we select our partners and our future partner and who we want to mate in the long term. I know that I make it sound like an animal experience, but what I'm trying to say is like we do have a choice and there's stuff that can help us. There's so many things that we are revolving, especially when it comes to the theory of Darwin theory. As a man, he wants to be able to spread that same sort of traits. And that's considered being having an abandoned parent. That's him being an absent person in general. And do you want that for your family, your own kids and stuff like that? Do you want to create that environment and that cycle again? Again, that's some reflecting back. So I do have consultation time, but mostly my membership is key and my program is so vital to have a clear understanding of even Darwin theory, even picking up that kind of concept, have a better, clear understanding why these things do happen and don't happen as well for you. Him being not attracted to you could be a blessing in the sky that you dodge a bullet, and chasing him is like you being mother, and that's being Wendy, and that might be a mother that he is not familiar with and is so foreign to. So you're better off finding a mate that has a better understanding. So that being said, I also launched a video about face features. How you look is what you attract. And what you want is also within their face as well, what you attract. So I hope that kind of clarifies anything confusion or fear or anything like that. But again, more supported is more welcome, obviously, within my community. So I'll see you in the next video. Otherwise, I'll see you in the membership, and it's called the Super Queen. All right. Cheers. Bye now. Look, if you're serious about being fearless in love and ready to be treated like a queen, links is down below to book a time. I got over 100 videos on YouTube and I post new videos every week. So make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You get notified when new videos goes live. If your friend is actually stuck in love, share and like my video. I do take requests on topics and answer your burning question about your relationship. So just leave a comment down below. Otherwise, see you in the next video.